Hey guys, welcome back to the continuation of the past papers. Currently, you can see this thing that there is a question related to separation of the substances and identification of the apparatus in front of me. We can read the question first of all. The statement of the question is telling you the diagram shows the apparatus used to separate a mixture of water. Boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius and ethanol. Boiling point of ethanol is 78 degrees Celsius. Before moving towards the explanation of this question, I would like to bring your attention that I have taught you very clearly what about the separation techniques, and I have told you that how we can separate ethanol and water from each other. We know this thing that ethanol and water are 100% miscible into each other. What is the meaning of miscibility? That they are dissolved into each other properly, thoroughly. We cannot separate them by any other method except fractional distillation. Fractional distillation is a separation technique which is based upon the physical property of boiling point. Those substances which will have the lower boiling point will be obtained first by fractional distillation, and those substances which will have a higher boiling points will be obtained later by fractional distillation. Okay, let's come to the question now. Okay, this is the question here. I have solved few of the parts before writing here in front of you. I would like to explain you. You can see this thing that this is an apparatus which is called as a fractionating column. So there are basically two types of the distillation. One of them is called as a simple distillation, whereas the other is called as a fractional distillation. This is called as a fractional distillation as it is containing a fractionating column. Okay. So if examiner is asking from you only this, what is this? You can say this thing that it is called as a fractionating column. But for example, if examiner would like to ask you related to this part, but you have not to write only fractionating column here, rather you have to tell about the filling in this as well. So it is fractionating column with marble chips inside this. Okay. Whereas what about this? This is called a condenser, and this is called a tripod stand. Okay. So complete the boxes and name the apparatus. So what is the names of these apparatuses? Guys, look at here. There are the marks written here in these square brackets. So what is this? It is called as a fractionating column, as they have not asked about this part. So you cannot write marble chips here. He's just asking about this part. So there is nothing filled over there at this top part. So you can write the fractionating column only. Remember this thing that he is asking about this part as well, and this is called as a tripod stand. Guys, when I was giving you an introduction to the apparatus, I have told you that tripod stand cannot be shown with with this type of the diagram, as it is a three-dimensional diagram which will tell you that it has three legs. So you can see that those three legs if you will look into any video in which a three-dimensional diagram of that apparatus is shown. Okay. So here it is a three-leg stand. Third leg of this tripod stand, we cannot look into it, and it is a tripod stand. The name of this will not be dipod stand, it will be tripod stand. Okay. So 2 marks will be given if you will write both of these correctly. Label the arrows on the condenser. Okay. Sometimes examiner is asking the name of this apparatus as well. This is condenser, and sometimes he is asking what is the function of the condenser. Okay. What is the function of the condenser? Condenser is an apparatus which is used to shift the vapors of a substance back into the liquid state. Here there is an anti-gravitational flow of the cold water. So cold water is going from this direction and only water is coming from the top. Remember this thing that cold water is shifting all of its coldness to the condenser, and finally water is coming out. Okay. Identify one mistake in this apparatus. Guys, can you look at there right now that he is heating this receiver beaker as well. So we have to heat this mixture flask. We cannot heat this receiver beaker, because the receiver beaker is just receiving the fraction coming out of the condenser. If we would like to heat this as well, then what will happen as a result? It is start evaporating as well. So use less practice of heating this and use less practice to perform this whole procedure. So the heating procedure is wrong here. Okay, so I'm writing the answers now. Question number 4, part A is done, part B is done. Identify one mistake in the apparatus. What is the answer? Receiver beaker or receiver beaker is on the burner or is heated. Or you may say there should not be heat on the receiver beaker. Which liquid would collect first? Explain your answer. Guys, you can check the boiling points of the two. Okay, I have just told you that they will be separated based upon their boiling points. The one which will have the lower boiling point will be obtained first. So what is the answer for this question? You have to explain it as well. 2 lines and 2 marks for this question. So what will be the explanation? Ethanol will be obtained first. Ethanol, comma, as it has lower boiling point value, boiling point value of 78 degrees Celsius. Okay, of 78 degrees Celsius. So it will be obtained first. Why would it be better to use an electric heater instead of a Bunsen burner to heat the water and ethanol mixture? Okay, it is a 1 mark question and 1 line is given there as well. So what we can say this right now, electric heater is always used when the fractions are flammable. They can catch fire. As a result, we cannot use a Bunsen burner because it can affect the results and finally ruin the results. Okay. So electric heater is used due to certain reasons. When I was teaching you the topic of fractional distillation, I have told you that there are certain benefits to use an electric heater. Following are the 3 benefits due to which we are using electric heater. Okay, guys, now what are the benefits to use an electric heater? Number one, electric heater is giving a uniform supply of heating to the whole container. Number two, electric heater is safe for those fractions which are flammable. Number three, electric heater is giving you a control type of heat. Electric heater has a thermostat with it, and as a result of that, we can control heat, we can maintain a specific heat. So here we can say this thing instead of why it would be better. Okay, so you can say this thing that as ethanol can catch fire, is flammable, you may say, can catch fire. So electric heater is better instead of Bunsen burner. Okay, so these are the words, these are the answers for all these parts of question number 4, and these are 7 marks for this question. Guys, remember this thing that each of the questions should be answered very clearly, very properly. Okay, so this is the question from an ATP paper. Okay, ATP paper is just the application of the practical paper. This is one of the frequently asked question. It is very important to keep all the points related to fractional distillation in your mind. Fractional distillation is an industrial importance topic. So that's why examiner is frequently asking the questions related to this. Now I am on the second question on the page number 2. Okay. It is again one of the questions from the ATP paper. IGCSE has paper 6 as an ATP paper, whereas GCE has paper 4 as an ATP paper. Both of them have the 100% same content, so don't get upset that if you are doing IGCSE and then it will be good for you. If you are doing GCE, it is good for you equally. Okay, so now a sample of rock salt contains sodium chloride and sand. Sodium chloride has formula NaCl, whereas sand has formula SiO2. I have told you already that sand is insoluble in water, whereas sodium chloride is the table salt. It is 100% soluble in water. We are experiencing it daily in our life. Okay, a sample of rock salt contains what it is containing, G? Sodium chloride and sand. Sodium chloride is soluble in water, sand is insoluble in water. A student obtained dry crystals of pure sodium chloride from a lump of rock salt. These are some steps students use. Number 1 step, he is using pestle and mortar to crush the rock salt, and then he is dissolving in step number 2 in water. You can see that there is a glass rod to stir it. It is used as a stirrer just to dissolve sodium chloride, just to obtain maximum solubility. And there is a Bunsen burner over there. We can write Bunsen burner completely, as they are not asking. I'm just writing the points so that you people may have a clear idea. In step number 3, he is just passing the whole mixture through a filter paper. Sand will be obtained as a residue, whereas sodium chloride solution will be obtained in the conical flask. The whole setup is used by just adjusting filter funnel in the conical flask. Okay. Now read the question what examiner is saying. Guys, I would like to inform you that pestle and mortar need to be in your mind. Sometimes examiner is asking label pestle and mortar. Sometimes he is writing pestle as mortar and mortar as a pestle. And then he is asking what is the mistake in this diagram. Okay. So name the apparatus labeled A in this step number 1. So I have written over there already mortar. You may write over there. Please don't write on the picture. Examiner will give you some space and write down the answer over there. The space is given. Okay. This I have written with the red color for your convenience, but basically you need to write the answer on those lines, on those boxes where it is mentioned. Okay. So now I am on part number B, and that is the answer. Explain why the mixture is heated and stirred in step number 2. The answer is this, that in step number 2,